kid's cheek was all red. He was crying. It's true, Eden Hazard went through some serious humiliation in the locker room. But in the end, were the smacks he got actually good for him? Precocious, talented, but most of all, disrespectful. This is probably the best way to describe Hazard when he first started playing in Lille. And one day, all hell broke loose. His former teammate Gregory Teforu remembers what happened. Before he came up to the pros, we'd all heard about this young phenomenon, Eden. He wasn't allowed to talk to the press. He was a little overprotected. Still, Hazard was so good that the coach ended up asking him to come train with the pros. Was it the beginning of an incredible career? Yes. Was it the beginning of a massive headache? Also yes. At the time, Eden was way overconfident. When we got started, he was super relaxed. Socks down, no shin guards, laces untied. Within a few minutes, the pros were wondering what the hell was going through the kid's head. We were all wondering, what the hell is this? We can't just let this go. Still, they'd heard about his potential, so they didn't say anything at first. But they were just putting off what was sure to come. Hazard's attitude didn't improve in the coming days, and finally, the inevitable happened. One day, I was in the middle of weightlifting and I heard this loud smack. It was terrifyingly loud. So I go into the locker room and I see Eden holding his face. Behind him, I see Franck Beria, the nicest guy I've ever met. His eyes were red and he was threatening Eden. That day, tension spiked. That's the last time you mock me in front of everyone. The following practice was hell for Hazard. The young Belgian was in shock and didn't say anything during the entire session. But why did he get slapped just as he was arriving at practice? Actually, the real story had taken place the night before. Hazard had been cruising town with friends when he'd run into Beria. The kid had the nerve to make fun of Beria in front of his wife and kids. Several passers-by stopped to gawk, and the Lille defender found it completely unacceptable. So, instead of saying hello the following morning, Beria put out his hand and sent it straight into Hazard's face. Did Eden learn his lesson? Apparently not! Just 3 days later, another fight erupted. This time it was Nicolas Plestin who hit the kid. Eden was switching back and forth between practicing with the pros and with the youth league, and he was in the habit of criticizing us when he went back to U21. Plestin couldn't take it. One morning he came back and tried to shake my hand. I said to him, "Why would you shake my hand when you criticize me behind my back?" And instead of answering me, he just grinned. So I gave him a smack. This time, it seemed to work. After 2 slaps in 3 days, Hazard realized that something wasn't going well for him. He turned things around and became much more respectful to his teammates. After that, he became a hard worker. In the end, the whole thing turned out to have been good for Eden. I'm not going to say that if it hadn't been for that, he would have never made it to where he is today, but in any case, it definitely helped him. Today, Hazard is one of the best players on the planet. He plays fair and is respected by everyone around him. Sometimes kids just need a little help from their mentors. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to leave us a like and please subscribe to the channel. Now, the voice is yours. Give us your ideas for new videos in the comments.